Hello there. Hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective and timeless reading. So, whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, but keep in mind it's a general reading. So, see what signs, symbols, messages, and energies resonate for you in your particular situation, and hopefully help to bring you some clarity on whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about. It could broaden your perspective and show you something with fresh eyes, but in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. And speaking of love, I'm not sure if this reading is going to be for everyone. Everyone's in totally different situations when it comes to matters of the heart. But every once in a while, I actually wake up with a song loud and clear in my head. And I woke up with kind of a weird one today. It's an older song. It's called Looking for Love. It's the looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in too many faces, hoping to find that one. Just so you know what I'm talking about. I didn't even look it up yet, so I have no idea who sings it, but I will find it. And I feel like that's somehow the foundation of this reading, because I was feeling like tingly inspiration to use that as the theme for this reading. So here we go. Let's start with the Love Oracle today. Now, this could be, remember, either side of the coin for you. It could be your energy or the person that you're connected to via love, or possibly soon will be. Let's begin. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. Please, what does the collective need to know on matters of the heart? Some insight to be helpful for the energy right now. And some wisdom, clarity, truth, and navigation to this energy, please. Man, wow, that was really quick. All right, so ghosted just popped out before I could even shuffle. All right, so this is lack of clarity. Ghosted is a really weird place to be because you don't know what happened. So maybe somebody was all in and they were all out, or they just kind of came back and forth, breadcrumbing a little bit at a time. You could be the one that kind of ghosted someone else, or vice versa. This is where you really have lack of clarity. There's this hand here. So it's like you have a little bit, but there's a lot of fog in a situation. And when there's lack of closure, or your heart is actually connected, your energy to someone, and you just don't know what happened. Sometimes you just don't know if they're okay. It's not even what did I do kind of thing. It's like, are you okay? Did something actually happen? That can put like an anxiety, and it's just an uneasy energy to be in. If you're the one that knows somebody's kind of connected to you energetically, and maybe you can reach out, give a little clarity or closure, that can actually be very helpful for somebody that's in, kind of an unknowing place. Just to have some clarity and or closure can create a lot of healing or ease of anxiety and worry. But if this is you on the other side, we'll get information. We'll see what this is about. It's disappear, silence, ignored, and rejection. So maybe you have an idea of what happened. Maybe you have no clue at all. So let's pull a little clarity on ghosted. What does the collective need to know on this absence? Is there a song? Absence of you. I kind of have a song, sort of feels like that in my brain files right now. In the absence of you. It'll come through and I'll put it below. It's a really pretty song. Great. It really, honestly, the song, it's like if I have brain files of music, it kind of feels like it's that. It's like right there, you know, when something's at the tip of your tongue. But let's continue. Let's get clarity on ghosted, disappear, silence, ignored, and rejected. And then we have a mask. So we have more fog coming out. Here, you're only half clear. So you're only getting a half truth. Somebody's wearing a false mask, whether on their true feelings, not wanting to reveal or knowing how to reveal what they really feel, but it could be actually masking a situation that someone is going through. You know, maybe you got a little truth, but somebody's like purposely putting up this smoke here. So it's a hidden motive, conceal, it's a disguise, and it's lying. So I'll show you what's at the bottom. You actually have healing. All right, so this is wounds improving, mending, and progress. So maybe something does want to come out of the smoke. It could be that somebody wants to reveal their truth or take off this mask. I mean, that would be really uncomfortable to have to keep this mask on all of the time. Get hot and smelly and sticky under there, and you can't really see anything clearly. So I would feel like a healthy relationship, you know, besides clarity and not having this smoke and mirrors, smoke and fog, would be truth, openness, and not having to feel like you have to conceal anything. But sometimes people give like a half truth or conceal something because it's a form of protection, or it's a like it's like if something had to be healed, it could be that somebody's just trying to really figure something out. If somebody's just unclear about their situation, then maybe that's what's healing. Maybe that's what's clearing up. Here you have wounds improving, mending, and progress. So let's keep that down. Let's move to something different and clarify on these. This is the Twin Flame Oracle. Let's get clarity on ghosted and mask. Somebody could also be like kind of embarrassed about something. Not sure how you would react to something. Maybe that's why something is being held back. Okay, let's get one popper and then one pull. Ooh, that was a jumper. And you do have union jumping out. So about a union, but it also says here there is a reconciliation. So something is going to come out of the smoke. It's going to come out of the fog. I do feel like with this, something wants to reach back. It's like they're just not fully there yet. So union is going to come through. This is beautiful. It's like they're dancing. Reconciliation, eternal love, and your time is coming. All right, so now let's pull a card on union. What is coming back? How is it coming back? What will be revealed? Will there be clarity, closure, understanding? Yeah, it's going to happen in divine timing. And this is sometimes gorgeous and sometimes this is annoying because it's not on your schedule or someone else's schedule. It's divine timing. But if it's divine, that means there's something that is meant to be. It is something that is orchestrated, you know, by divine spiritual energy. So something is going to come back around. What is this? I'm going to see what the clock actually says. Let's see. It looks like it's happening at 11:21. Patience, perseverance, peace, and trust that the divine knows when. So it is possible that with these two together, it may not be that ghosting, masking, concealing, lying situation. There may be this going on right now within you, this healing from the past situation, so that this can happen. the right union feels blessed, beautiful, eternal, and coming to you when you're ready, and maybe when this other person is ready, you know, with the capacity to have it built on a solid foundation, with your batteries already kind of on full, with something that's already cool going. I'm getting like a cool thing already happening with you, maybe not in the love department, but just in general, maybe a project that you're working on, or your overall energy. I actually think of that song by Gwen, Cool. I know we're cool. That's a cute song. There's also a park here. I don't know, that clock. Maybe you have like some place and there's a big clock like that in your town or something like that. So this could be the right union that's coming at the right time. At the bottom of this deck, you have potential. There's a city here. I'm getting like woods, the beach, a country, like a town, like a suburb or something like that. And now the city. Fulfillment, but risk, achievement, and your potential is limitless. So whatever situation or partnership you're thinking about, think about the attributes and the positive, beautiful things that you like from it, the positive, beautiful things you like about yourself, and what you desire and you want. You know, have those be specific, but leave the timing, the how, the exact person, all of that out there to God. Open yourself up to huge potential, limitless possibilities, because it's probably going to come through better than you ever thought. So if you have any kind of like hold or smothering or like too, you know, focused of an energy on something very, very specific, you're holding down the growth and putting a lid on the box of possibilities that it could be better. So, or different, just not how you expect. So let's continue. I have just a bunch of like different love-based decks of cards. So let's just see how they all align with each other. This is the Love Oracle cards. This is like the simple, kind of just black and white deck. Clarity on Ghosted and a Mask. Someone could also, it has hidden motive. And with the ghosted, it could also be that somebody is doing something like outside your sphere of vision and influence for a reason. If they are thinking about union and coming back with that reconciliation, then maybe there's just something that somebody had to take care of, like on their own. Sometimes people just have to have their own space to do something. So let's do this again, kind of have a jumper and then pull on top of it. All right, so clarity for the collective. Let's just get a deeper message on what's maybe happening behind that smoke and fog photograph. Somebody's looking at you. Somebody's maybe watching your social media, having, you know, they're kind of in nostalgia. They're remembering a certain memory or certain things that you said or a conversation. This is looking at your photos. Somebody is missing you. This could also be you, and it's telling you to make new memories. So somebody's not just thinking about specific memories. They're actually fantasizing on new ones, like wishes, desires, hopes, maybe fears even. But when you're in that ether, the past or the future, you're not really in the now. You're in the now, creating scenarios and memories. So it's very elusive energy. But it does look like somebody is missing you. They're thinking about, I just see like whole, like Harry Potter movies. So either they're not just seeing like a photograph, they're actually seeing a whole memory, like movement, I see. So how you move, how you sound, maybe how you smell, your smile, your laugh, but also like wanting more of that. All right, so let's pull a clarifying card on photograph. Is that, there's like a song, Keep You in My Pocket. I think it's Ed Sheeran. I'll find that. And then we have another mask. All right, so that's a double message. So somebody thinking about what they said or how they did not say something, what they revealed, what they did not reveal. Not showing, oh, this is also specifically not showing their true feelings. So it is possible that somebody is overwhelmed by what they feel, trying to figure something out, not knowing how to express that. That's not easy for everyone. Sometimes you have big feelings, you don't know how to put it into words. Or, you know, it's a form of protection. Once you put that into actual words, it does change everything. I mean, if you recognize that you're in love or love somebody, there's responsibility with that love and how you treat them. So it's also hide, personality, pretend, delude, and sometimes gaslighting. So maybe somebody was like, you know, maybe somebody actually, I have that at the bottom. I was going to pull, but let's look at the bottom there. It is possible that if somebody has a lot of love and they always sort of, you know, want you to see the best of them, you know, they actually really want you to like them, then they could be scared to reveal those deeper facets. We all are human. We all have parts of us that are amazing, and we all have parts that we're not so proud of. Whether that's just an actual thing that we did, or, you know, a personality trait, a pet peeve, you know, a mistake. You're my favorite mistake? What is that? I think that's Sheryl Crow. That's a cute song. So it is possible that somebody just kind of wants you to see the best of them, and they're not really sure how you'll feel if you see the darker or the, you know, the stinky parts of them. Not really, you know, actual stinky parts, but maybe like, but just like the, you know, the other parts when you have a messy day or you don't handle something with grace. So, you know, maybe that's why something needs this healing energy over here. But I feel like if there's deep love, all that stuff does not matter. Somebody will love you exactly how you are. All the facets of you make you fascinating and perfect and beautiful. Especially if you have self-awareness on constantly being able to adjust and make changes, work together, and good communication. Then there's limitless potential. Anything can happen. Everything can grow. Anything can change. But it's actions behind that after there's self-reflection. And you do have engagement ring at the bottom here, which is a deeper sense of commitment. So maybe somebody does want to commit. This would have to be somebody on the same page. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity. You have that twice now. Eternal love and eternity. Completion and, wow, same thing. Different decks, same messages. Union. And when I think of eternity, especially eternal love, I kind of, that's different. It's different. It's like soul connection that's kind of always been there, whether this person is new in your life or not. It's your souls know each other. The love has always been there. No matter what situation is going on here, the deep love between souls will always be there. It just is. It's getting just is. It is what it is. So here we are. Is that in a song? And here we are. All of the songs kind of coming through feel like this today. I will, except for the photograph one and the first one. So I'll find that for you too. All right, let's go to another deck. Let's do the same thing. This one is the neon one. It's very similar to that black and white one, but a little bit different. So let's get clarity on this photograph and mask. Why is there a hidden energy? And then we'll ask more about why, about something that's coming back or new that's coming in the divine timing. So let's see what is hidden. What's the collective need to know on energy you can't see? And it's only going to be what's allowed to know from higher self to higher self. If there's something you're truly not supposed to know, sometimes there is privacy involved. So this is only what has permission to come through for you to know to be helpful. Clarity, please. Wow, that's a very specific date. It actually says December 25th, but maybe there's a very specific date that's important to you, or somebody's actually making a plan that something happens on a specific date, although this says it may not happen on the timing or the schedule that you're thinking about. These kind of look alike. I don't know why. Makes me see like something very square. Makes me think of that box. So maybe, you know, make the box a little more open. You know, not to be so specific on when, but somebody wants to put in the effort. It looks like somebody's thinking about maybe dating, going back to dating. I feel like that would come before this, but after this, dating, super important, because you get into the real world and you get into your real schedule and your responsibilities. And if you keep that dating, you know, courting, romantic, exploring, still having fun kind of energy going on in a relationship, then it's going to always be interesting and always be like, you know, you always rekindle that fire. You remember what it was like when you were falling in love. So maybe that's also a message that needs to come through. Maybe even for some of you that are in a relationship or in a beautiful union, maybe it's just planning something so you can remember what it's like when you first started. Whether that's a vacation or just a night out, some coffee, pizza. Maybe if you have children, it's getting a babysitter. You know, I feel like this is definitely like one-on-one, but it's an appointment, meeting in person. So this is not like a text. This is not a phone conversation. This is one-on-one, eye to eye, skin to skin. Body language, you can see inflections in the voice that you can hear, smells that you can smell, kind of exchange. You can actually feel the person's energy around you. So this is also, there we go, the rendezvous, hey, or courtship. And it's getting to know each other. So for some of you, it could be a new union. You know, expect that you might have to make some adjustments on the calendar if somebody comes on through and all of a sudden you got to start like adding somebody else into your schedule. I feel like you are going to want to make that effort. It looks like somebody else does as well. So let's pull a card now to clarify it's a date. Silly games. All right, so maybe this has to do with that mask. Because this isn't like heavy game playing. The silly games card is kind of like somebody trying to keep their cool. Somebody not trying to show you all of their cards or how deeply they feel. Kind of trying to keep it light, even if inside it is not so light. Somebody could be just testing out the waters, especially if this is new. Maybe just not getting so heavy and deep right away. Maybe if it's even restarting, it's restarting something on a light note. Harmless games, hiding true feelings. I mean, you do have that 3 times. And intentions, and learning to be vulnerable. So that is also possible. If somebody always had to be strong and they were taught that crying is not how you do it, that somebody will think of you as weak if you show like deep emotions on something, then that's a big thing for somebody to heal from and learn, because that's not always like, sometimes that's how people are taught or the environment they had. And if somebody never had the type of relationship that was really completely open, where they could always feel like they were their true self, then they don't have anything to compare it to. So, you know, sometimes these are just, not attributes, sometimes these are just like parts of people that they don't even realize, like it's a repeating habit. That's what I was trying to get. Learning to be vulnerable. That can take the right person, but that also has to be definitely the right energy where you want to let your walls down. But it also is a personal, both choice and growth. At the bottom of this deck, though, you do have the Devil. So there is something here that has a chain. This Devil doesn't look very happy. So this is dangerous territory. It's also where somebody has this is not a like a good helping each other, you know, interdependent relationship. This is actually codependent, where somebody actually has this, that's that smothering energy, you know, where there's like an obsession. It's codependence, it's possession, it's wanting to possess you. Major blocks. It's a control, it's addiction, and it's manipulation. So this is not a good energy. And if somebody is healing from maybe past wounds that had to, you know, deal with situations like that, that's a lot of healing and growth that needs to happen. If that is anything that you have been through, I feel like you are releasing those kind of chains and situations, because that's definitely not a healthy place to be. And you're meant to be in this beautiful, healthy place that divine timing is taking you towards. But with the Devil kind of energy, whenever the Devil comes up, it's to have recognition on what needs to change. Maybe have a clear conversation this next time, new or rekindling or reconciliation, that it's done different. That you have healthy boundaries within you, or you have a conversation to get on the same page. You know, what's okay, what's not okay, changes that need to be made. Things that need to be released that aren't healthy, whether that's person, places, things, or energies. But it's also keeping your discernment and your real connection to God here and source, that you are able to recognize red flags. And then you don't go down that dark alley. You actually have the awareness to do something healthy for yourself and go a different way. It could also be that I'm just kind of getting that this might be what somebody else either is going through, or always kind of had. So if that's the comparison to something beautiful and healthy, I don't think it's gotten far enough into something to know that it doesn't have to be like that. A relationship shouldn't feel like it's chained down, or that somebody controls you. You know, especially like manipulation, and if that has to do with any kind of like emotional toying or manipulation of anybody, that's just not cool. It's not cool. Everyone should have free will, and it should always be the choice of two people to be together. So I'm not sure what this is about. We'll pull another card and get clarity on that. That also could be somebody else outside the environment that kind of has that kind of like real manipulative, even like put on the happy face and look like they're doing the right thing, but then their intentions underneath are not for the highest and greatest good. Even if someone pretends that they are doing something for somebody's best interest, but it's really for selfish gain or control, or to like have a, you know, handle on something. It's like control issues. And it's usually because somebody is scared and they're in a low vibration and they're in a fear-based energy and not love and trust and truth and light. So, you know, let's continue. Let's see what else comes through. Let's go to the romance. Let's get a romance card. Clarity on It's a Date and Silly Games, please. Photograph and Mask. Union and Divine Timing and Ghosting and Mask. Does the collective need to know? Let's get more about that union energy coming through. I feel like with the testing the waters as well here, somebody might not come back huge and all at once, you know, ready to have a big old conversation. It might be before this, you know, one-on-one, face-to-face, skin-to-skin situation. It might start as just like a little text, an answer, one conversation, back and forth, like your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn, you know, ball back and forth in the court to kind of test maybe your energy to see how you're going to react, to see if you're going to like freak out or if you're cool and calm and collected, or if you have, it's going to be somebody's, when that happens, it's because somebody doesn't know what to say. So lack of communication, but I feel like somebody does want to talk, maybe they just don't know how to start. So they could be like kind of putting a little toe in because they're not quite sure how you're going to react. So you get to have that choice how you react. Is it going to be through love and compassion? Are you going to hear somebody out first and get all the information before you make presumptions? You know, maybe you need to hear somebody out or see where somebody's energy is first. You know, so really, I want to say, put yourself in the driver's seat of how you're going to react and respond to something and what's right for you. If it's that kind of energy over there, maybe it's just not responding, not giving that any attention at all. If there's some kind of like lower energy, if it's that beautiful union and it's something that's really like, you really feel like there's possibilities over here, then you know, maybe you need to react or respond with love, especially if somebody's trying to be vulnerable. Okay. Clarity, collective from the romance. Angels, please and thank you. Wow. So you do have a wedding and you do have an engagement. You have the courting over here. Moving to the engagement and moving along to the wedding. So it does look like there is a progression that is coming through, but it also says this situation involves marriage. It does involve some kind of union. This could be what's potential. It could be a marriage that is also healing. It could be a marriage that comes through in divine timing. It could also be a mask within a marriage. This doesn't really give much other than that in this card. And honestly, in this picture, like the energy I get, it doesn't really look happy. And it should be in a marriage. It should be like this. Hey, that's how it should be. Look at their faces. She's kind of looking in another direction. He's sort of like uncomfortable looking at the camera, all stiff. They look all proper and dapper, but I don't know. So maybe that's what's healing, or maybe that was like energy of past situations. Maybe it looked beautiful from the outside, but there was something going on inside here that needed to change and heal. At the bottom, you do have honeymoon. Wow. So there's definitely some kind of progression coming through with something out of all of this going on, because many are, you know, hey, relationships are complicated. You know, it's not always a perfect climb or a perfect, you know, plateau. They're like this. I just thought of Emotional Roller Coaster by Vivian Green. But you have like, you have the sticking the toe in the water to making an appointment and starting to date and having the court, to getting the engagement ring and making something more official, whatever it is, the label that you call it, it is what it is. It's between two people, to the wedding and then to the honeymoon. But remember, after that, life continues. So it's about how to keep that fire and that romance and that union like kindling the whole time. You know, we're always healing. We're always healing. That never stops. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So maybe you are getting a nice, you know, time, whether it's holiday or just a weekend, couple hours, whatever it is going to feel like bliss. A boat. You have a, what is that? Like a, I can't read. It's like the gondola. I can't think of what that guy's name is. That, if you know what the name of the guy that has the stick in the boat in like Paris or whatever is, please put that below in the comments. I think that's a gondola. Also looks a little like a canoe, but I can't like think of what the guy is called. But this special guy has wings. So you do have divine guidance towards this beautiful union, this beautiful time. I mean, when you have the bliss of being together, this is somebody, you know, it's not the person you go on vacation with and you're annoyed the whole time. Or, you know, they want to do one thing and you want to do another thing and you kind of wish you were like doing something on your own or by yourself. This is where you have great fun together, but there's also that understanding that no matter what your personalities are, whatever is cool for you is good. Like for some people, they want to go, they want to have some time together. Let's meet up at the pool. Let's meet up later for dinner and then in the hotel room. But in between, hey, I want to go shopping at that flea market. And, you know, you go off and do that thing that you were talking about before over there, that excursion on the jet skis. That's for you. It's not for me. And it's that beautiful union that is harmony in, like, you know, communication, that it doesn't have to be that you're there smothering each other, doing everything together the whole time, and that's perfect. I mean, for some, maybe it is, and maybe you don't want to stop holding hands, but it's whatever is good for whatever couple this is. And then it feeling happy because there's no animosity or weirdness or somebody think like, I don't know what they're going over there or why they wanted to do that. It's like, let them go. We'll have fun. I'll be over here. You know, so it's that like just kind of freedom to do whatevs. So sometimes I have a hard time with sometimes I kind of have a hard time with love. It's so complicated and people are so different. Everybody, you know, what's good for one person isn't necessarily what's good for another person or another couple. I don't think there should be like labels on anything. It should be open to be personal. So let's go to the tarot. That was a lot of love cards. This is what is this? The Nomad Soul Warrior Tarot. But I do want to pull, if I have it, I do want to pull like a message. Here, I have this one. This is, no, that's not the right one. Okay. All right, let's do a spirit message. And I want to pull one message before I go to the tarot. I hope so far something was helpful. Sometimes it's just having a little clarity, so you can redirect your own energy. Out of all of these cards, the one that I keep staring at the most is this beautiful healing with these crystals. So maybe some of you need to even do some self-care, work on the progress within yourself, something you're actually working on, improving yourself, healing your own wounds, having beautiful self-reflection, maybe even getting some healing with crystals or sound or color or Reiki, some kind of therapy, going to a spa. Just putting some beautiful energy into you, I think, is going to start to catalyze and move all of this energy like more smooth. But somebody might also be really healing, and healing takes the time it takes. Sometimes one day you're good, one day you're not. 1 hour you're good, 1 hour you're not. Sometimes it's a beautiful progression. Sometimes it's a snap out of it and, you know, everything is just different. And sometimes it is slow. So let's get one spirit message, please, and thank you. Make it your mission. Oh, yeah, cool. To accept all parts of you, the good and what you perceive to be the imperfections. I think that's what I was seeing before with the mask and the different facets. Don't look for any outside validation. You're the one worried about what somebody else is thinking of you. It's only, you know, I mean, we have people that we care about. We do care, you know, what they think. But in the end, it really only matters what you think and your own connection to God and your own changes and your own growth and your own healing. Because everybody's on their own path. Everyone's allowed to believe whatever they want. They're allowed to feel in their emotions whatever they feel. So you don't have to look for validation outside of you. It's already within. Once you realize your true beauty and potential. Don't you have that potential card? So message coming out twice, potential. You will never doubt yourself again. All right, moving to the tarot. Let's just get, let's ask about the mask, because that came out twice. Let's start with that. What is the mask energy all about? Please and thank you. Not showing true feelings, concealing, omitting the truth. That could be, you know, it could also be white lies. Sometimes people don't tell you the truth. And it's just like something small. Because maybe they've always, I'm getting like in the past people have overreacted, or somebody overreacts, especially with that devil card, to little things that don't actually matter. So I feel like somebody always feels like they're maybe used to walking on eggshells, because even if they do something small and it's wrong, maybe somebody, whether that's a family member or even somebody at work or just somebody they grew up with, or maybe other partners, have always kind of like, I'm just kind of like, so they'd rather just not say anything at all or admit something than to have an honest conversation, because if somebody isn't mature with their conversation and like open-minded to accepting the truth, and then just, I'm getting like just solutions, make it okay, better to know than not. But if that's not what somebody is used to, then they might not even realize that they omit something or kind of lie or like, you know, wiggle around a situation because they're used to somebody reacting or overreacting to something. And, you know, that's something you'd probably want to ignore if that's all there. If you always have like the trigger that goes off, it's like, man, I just was, you know, it was just a mess up, or, you know, I just had that. So maybe that's not you, but maybe somebody hasn't had that, you know, time with you yet to see how you maybe could actually handle some tough talk pretty good. That's kind of what I see. Like, I feel like I hear tough cookie. Like, you can handle it. Well, what were you so worried about? Yeah, I keep hearing tough cookie. All right, let's get tarot card, please. Foundation to the mask. What's going on there? What is this? Oh, the Chariot. Somebody wants to take off their mask. Or if this was upside down, I mean, I pulled it like that, but if it's upside down, it's like stalling a movement that needs to happen. Why would you stop yourself when it's taking you to the divine timing destination road of victory and being back in the driver's seat and feeling in control? The victory is my big V. It's the big victory card. It's really getting in the driver's seat. It's actually something starting to move in the right direction. It's handling rough terrain and rough energies, or, you know, different situations that were kind of going. It's like if you have two horses and they want to go that way and that way, and you're saying, no, you have to go this way. You know, so if you have situations that were kind of out of control and you feel like it was like a wild stallions just going all over the place, this is you figuring out how you are the one that can make the changes in a situation to get something to move the right way. And, you know, it's sometimes it's, I don't know, sometimes I actually feel like there are two people here. Sometimes I do feel like it is the Emperor and the Empress, or perhaps, hey, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. It's that like divine kind of couple coming together, merging together to sit equally in the driver's seat. So maybe it's a back and forth thing. You know, if this is you working with someone, it's someone who you trust to drive your Porsche or your camel. That was a really weird thing to say. There's also a very phallic energy in this card, I will say. So you can see that. But you do have a dream catcher over the sun. So you have clarity coming through, dreams coming true. The dream catcher also captures negative energy. It's like a filter. It's a healing. So only the beautiful thoughts and vibrations and love and dreams are allowed to come through. Maybe from here on out. Here you have two people. Look at her sassy ass outfit. Ooh, she's riding that camel in style, and I would say she's probably trying to, like, I mean, she's probably cool out there in the desert, but I mean, that's a high slit. I would say he has a very good show on this camel ride. But they each have their own camel. So this is an interdependent situation, not a codependent situation. It's each powerful and equal on their own and choosing to work together. There's also a campfire here that is either ready to be lit or just went out so this journey can happen. Only one person has a backpack. She's just looking good. Aw, Rose. And there is a walking stick. So you're not maybe moving so super fast on something. You're actually walking your camels. And when I think of the camel, I think of preparation, nourishment and water, you know, vitality, and being able to cross something that may take a long time. Maybe a long dry spell. But having the proper resources, partnership, support to do it. It's a beautiful thing to start with. I mean, I would say if that was over the masks and the Chariot comes in, the way to victory is just to, I mean, you're not going to wear those masks if you're going through that desert. That would be super hot. Talk about a sweaty face situation. So maybe that mask is about to come off, or that's the intention of somebody. Or your energy alone, standing firm in that healing vibration and changed, I almost said personality, but changed perception upon something, maybe is why there is no need no longer for a mask when that comes into the future, or for future situations that are new to just never have a mask at all. Clarity on the Chariot, please. That's Major Arcana number 7. What is that? And then we have the Moon, which would be the mask. The Moon is huge. There's also a lot of Cancer energy in these two. It's the same picture. Wow. Check that out. It looks like it's the same place. But night and day. And this moon is actually pretty beautiful. It's not really a scary moon where there's a feeling of huge secrets. Wow, look at this. These cards are amazing. It's like you're releasing your secrets. You're releasing these dreams that maybe were causing you fear at night. You're actually releasing something that was putting you in a lower vibration, or somebody is, facing it, trusting your intuition, trusting the ebb and flow of a situation. And, you know, once you release these things that you kept secret or hidden inside of your soul, or how you were feeling, if it was scary, it no longer has power. If it was truth, it can be revealed and manifested and had. Like, you can make these dreams come true. But you do have to trust your intuition on something. You have to really ask yourself some questions. Why are you keeping something a secret? Why was something hidden? Why do you not know what you're feeling? What is it you are really feeling? What is your intuition and your gut telling you? Where are those ebbs and flows of the beautiful green flags that you need to go towards, the open doors, the red flags you ain't gonna go to anymore, that dark part of the woods that isn't for you? And what is that white flag of surrender, allowance, communication, truth, and compromise? And recognizing the differences in those. And even in this one, you have these two energies, all those, what's that card? All those different facets of you here in acceptance and working together in harmony, because they all come together to create you. It's not ignoring the one. You're not ignoring your dark wolf. You're not ignoring the white wolf over here. They're both working together like your pack. I'm getting like a pack leader. So you need to be your own pack leader in your own energy and situations. And the right energies are going to come and be attracted to working with you and loyal. But look at, she's actually releasing that dream catcher at night. And it's still there in the day. That purifying yourself, getting rid of, impurities or negative things, or things that were keeping you stuck, or chained down, or whatever it is. Once you release those, whether it's a perception, a thought, whatever it is, a person, a situation, an environment, and you keep the beautiful parts, or work on those, or focus on those, keep those thoughts positive, that's going to take you to this road of victory. This beautiful form of protection is still there for you. It's so cool. It's the same wind catcher or dream catcher, but now you see how it got there and where it's taking you. What is at the bottom? Oh, you have the Four of Wands. These are super tiny letters. The Four of Wands is usually a wedding. It's usually a union. It's maybe that moment when you get the engagement ring. It's a moment that you want to keep in the snapshot or your U-book forever. Because the Four of Wands are those moments that make life totally worth being here for. They're just moments of passion, inspiration, creativity. They're the moments you want to have last forever. And before you know it, the moment's gone. But how can you choose whether this is with a person or just for yourself? Hey, if you want to go, I see, like, what is that? What are those weird little cars that you go around the thing? I can't think of what they're called. Like the little, almost like a bumper car, but on the track. If that's what you want to do today, go do it. put it in your book of a little memory that you have to bring yourself these moments of happiness. If it's you calling your sibling or calling your friend, call them. You want to take your mama out today, take your mama out today. You know, you want to do something with your kid, take your kid out. Have a little outing. Do something fun. And even getting, like, if you call up a coworker, so, you know, someone you like kind of always have fun with. What can you do today, or what can you definitely schedule in where even if you're just doing something silly, it's a beautiful moment. But sometimes this is a party and engagement. This is dancing under the gazebo. This is the kind of moment that creates that fiery stability that lights this kind of fire to keep something aflame, to keep that engine moving towards victorious destinies. Here you're actually making a wish, or you're getting something from the well. So that's nourishment. Maybe that was where he got the water for these camels to take this long journey. These two girls here. It's interesting. There's like fire. I don't even know what it is. It's like, I don't know. There's like a fiery energy on the side. It almost looks like it wants to make this wheel turn to get the water up. So there's a fire and water energy here, even though it's a fire card. There's also apples on the ground. So there's a harvest that's coming with this. It's kind of like a 7 of Pentacles kind of thing. Maybe you were waiting for something. In the meantime, make more of these moments while you're waiting for something to grow. So, you know, this harvest is going to come. It looks like you're going to have such an abundance that you're going to be dropping the apples out of your basket. Here, it's not setting that date. It's not making that phone call. It's not saying yes. It's not doing that dance. You know, it's being the party pooper and sitting at the party and don't want to get up because you don't want someone to see you have 2 left feet. Get up and show your 2 left feet. Have fun. Just be in the now when these moments come in. All right, I kind of feel like we should maybe... It's a long reading, guys, so I hope this was helpful. Love readings are sometimes complicated, but it looks like, you know, we all have past. Everybody has a past. Everybody's past is different. Sometimes they're similar and sometimes they're really different. But it does look like whatever you're going through or whatever was the past is kind of taking you to beautiful territory soon. So let's clarify the 4 of Wands, the Chariot and the Moon with the Cosmic Cycles Tarot. Let's get the clarity on the... Where did I put the Moon? I don't know where the Moon went. Oh, it's here. All right, clarity on the 4 of Wands first. What is this? The big energy is the Moon and the Chariot. The small energy, that's a little like day-to-day situations, the minor arcana, and that's the 4 of Wands. Sometimes the 4 of Wands is also called completion. So if that's like, let's say, for example, a party, a date you set, a wedding, a moment. You always have to realize there's a preparation time. There's that moment you're in it. And then there's the next day. Don't put so much energy into a moment that you forget about what's coming afterwards. Clarification on the 4 of Wands, please and thank you. What is this? The 2 of Pentacles. Oh, you are preparing something. There's literally a guy here in the kitchen preparing something. So maybe you're preparing this kind of moment, or somebody else is thinking about when that moment is going to come. But this is actually having to keep that energy of fun. When the 2 of Pentacles comes, if you're so serious and so set in something and so much in the calendar and so strict, you're going to have a much harder time with that flexibility you need to multitask. Sometimes it's a lot going on at once. You're actually handling a lot of different situations or project, or somebody else is, and it's figuring out how to make it all flow so it's light, so your energy is not being drained somewhere. So that's where adjustments need to come through. What is he making? It's like he is doing multitasking. He has like a fancy cake in his one hand, and he actually is cooking like, I don't know, something like fiery stew on the other hand. So he's a baker and a chef. He's like having a conversation, cooking with one hand, doing something with the other hand. But I mean, he looks very much in control. But I see like, I'm going to say an assembly line or something behind. So maybe you have to handle something one by one. If you have to handle more than one thing at once, it's adjusting where your attention is needed. Maybe see what fire feels like. It's that beautiful spiritual fire that keeps something a kindling, and maybe where something feels like a little too much like a burn. Like just the right amount. I see like the right amount of oil or butter. Maybe he's cooking. Here it's somebody overwhelmed and not knowing how to like adjust their energy for something to run smoothly. Getting really stressed out by all that has to be done, putting something that would be amazing in their life on the back burner for too long, forgetting to turn on that flame, shoving something in the freezer and having it get freezer burned. I'm going to show you at the bottom, you have the Magician. So the Magician, the Moon, and the Chariot. So not only are you on your road to victory, hey, look at you, maybe you're a DJ or you connect to music. This is cool. Sometimes I see like this energy kind of reminds me a little bit of temperance, like being able to handle many different things at once, but I kind of like that this is the Magician. So this is also a party situation that kind of looks like this could be a wedding or a celebration. I want to say if you're invited to a concert, you're invited to go out. Go. If you see a band you want to see, go on out to that show. Go to that festival. Go to that, I'm even getting the like, you know, where you buy the things outside, the marketplace or something like that. And it's interesting because he's kind of alone in his own little world and yet connected to this, like, the energy of everybody is because of what he is creating. Music's so powerful. That's a kind of, I like that. So Magician is a Gemini/Virgo card. It's taking beautiful divine energy, dreams that sparkle and twinkle different, bringing it down to earth and recognizing you got all the tools you need right there to make that magic happen. In his brain files, he has all of those beautiful songs all ready to go. It might not be what he planned and put on the set list, but maybe he'll think of something in the moment when he sees how that audience is reacting, or maybe what he wrote down to have in songs started off that nobody got on that dance floor. Everyone was just that upside down Four of Wands, being sourpuss, you know, party poopers and not really feeling the music. So what do you have to do? When the song changes, so does the dance. So the Magician has to be flexible. Also upside down, it's definitely this person. The Magician that's making that magic is just manifesting stuff. It's having things that you're working towards and putting your energy into that you don't truly believe in. You know the product is crap and it's going to fall apart and you're still selling it. So it's like, that is this. It's putting on a big front that you got it all. And yet inside, your dreams are different, which would probably be really uncomfortable. But when it's upright, the magic you're making, which you can do with the talents you already have, the tools in front of you, the people that are already around you that are helpful or coming into your world to be helpful, and the divine, all work together to create miracles, moments, magic, paying attention to synchronicity, when the thoughts in your mind connect to your outside. Being able to, you know, not being afraid to mess up. To be human. Messing up's how you learn. So I don't want this reading to go too long. This was pretty, it was a pretty intense reading, but I feel like it's definitely taking you to magical territory. It looks like, you know, that, what is that thing? Potential is limitless and something fulfilling is coming in. Maybe it's really different from the past. Maybe it's the past coming back really different. Or maybe it's just you that starts on a path that's really different. And I hope this was helpful for you guys. With this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon. Bye.